Hey y'all, welcome back to the Girly Pop Squad YouTube channel, and as y'all can see, my hair looks crazy, y'all, because I just got out the shower. Okay, y'all, just got out the shower, and I will be doing a little self-care while the baby is with my sister in the other room, before he starts turning up, and she's gonna come and try and bring it back to me. Okay, so let me try to get this done. So right now, I'll probably just start with my hair because most likely it's just going up in a ponytail. Then I'll start with everything else. And y'all, yes, it was flat iron, but again, I did just take a shower, so I will just go over it real fast. So let's get into the video, y'all. Okay, oop, hold on, y'all. Let me put it to where y'all can see. Okay, so here's the flat iron. Okay, and no, this is not no, what's it called, sponsor or anything. And this is just the flat iron I'm using. So the heat will be at 350, y'all. This goes all the way, it's going up to the temperature, y'all. It goes all the way up to 450. No, I think it's like 450, I believe. So it goes all the way up to 450 while this gets hot. I am going to brush my teeth, so let's get into that. Sorry, y'all. I honestly don't even know. I don't know where my, I don't know where my, oh, actually my ring light is inside the living room. Yeah. I don't want to go out there and then, you know, my baby start tripping. So. So I am using the Listerine. I'll go in with that first because I feel like that just works for me. So I'll go in with the Listerine first. Then floss. I need to get the floss. Then brush my teeth. So. Okay. So then, let me get the floss, y'all. So we have these ones. Okay. I believe, okay, I thought it had flavor to it because sometimes when I do flossing, sorry y'all, I gotta bend over because my freaking, what's it called, ring light is in the living room again. So I just like floss. Like a little bit area. And y'all, I am 4 months postpartum. Okay, I'm sorry y'all, my hand is in the way. I'm trying to move the camera so you guys see. But I am 4 months postpartum. And, you know, baby just turned 4 months on the 20th. And y'all, he's so cute. Okay. Baby is so cute. Like, he's so alert too. And he loves trying to talk. Okay, honey. Okay, the brush, y'all. So I am using the Colgate. And then I also like to use the, what is it called, Paradonox. It's for your gums. This tends to help my gums sometimes because once I forget, my gums do tend to bleed a little bit. So it tends to bleed, and this kind of helps like reduce it. So I do go in with both of them. I'm sorry, I do go in with both of them for like 1 minute here and there. Just depends, but yeah. So y'all, if you have a tongue scraper, that's both sides. So this is a scrape, this is the brush. So I usually just put some toothpaste in the brush, and then I scrub my tongue with it. And then after I'm done, I use the back side to scrape off everything, because you already know the bacteria is on your tongue, not your teeth. Well, your teeth still dirty and stuff, but most of the stinky breath comes on the tongue. Alright, y'all, teeth is done. So I'm finna go over my hair just real fast because, again, I do know my baby will start tripping. I just heard him not that long ago he was about to start tripping, but let me hurry up so I can get back to him. And y'all, my hair isn't damaged or anything because I do use what's it called? I use this shampoo that helps like with damaged hair, because at first it was damaged. I'm not gonna cap y'all, but yeah, no, I promise y'all it's really not damaged. I make sure like I take care of my hair. Like my hair got way longer than what it was. It's a little bit longer because my hair was staying at the same length, y'all. Like when I say the same length, it was staying at the same length. Okay. And yes, y'all, I'm not going piece by piece like I normally would. Like I said, I gotta get to the bye. Even though I know my sister wouldn't mind, but sometimes he do be tripping. Okay, y'all? And yes, I know you guys see smoke. If y'all see smoke, I do have a little bit of oil in my hair for my scalp because my scalp lately has been getting very dry and very itchy. So like I do put a little bit of oil on the scalp, here and there just to make sure that my hair, isn't falling out. But of course, due to postpartum, it does shed a lot. Okay, y'all. So yes, I am going over it a couple of times. Okay, y'all, chill. Chill. Okay. I'm just going over it to make sure like it gets back to how it was. And y'all, I went over it. That's how come I'm just going over it quickly, because I literally just went over it again yesterday because I don't want to keep putting the heat to my hair. So I try not to keep going over it and like over it all the time. So I do put a bonnet on, but you know, when I wear the bonnet, it does slides off because my head is a little bit more smaller. And yeah. You already know. If you know, you know. It can get messed back up again, and all that other stuff. Okay. Now I'm gonna do this side, and then like this side, I might go back over just so the roots could lay flat, and but it's kind of already laying down. I do just like to go over the ends part, because that'd be the only thing. And y'all, I do tend to cut my own ends. I do cut my own ends every time. Yeah, y'all, I just said I'm about to go over it again just to make sure the roots is nice and, not the roots, because the roots is laying down. It's just the ends are kind of looking a little crazy right now. Y'all, my sister be here. She helps me out with the baby. She does work, because, my boyfriend, like I told y'all, in one of my other videos when I was pregnant, he works out of states because he is a truck driver, and he only comes out here like every once a month because of his work and what he does. But I do make sure I be FaceTime him consistently to make sure he can see the baby, talk to the baby, so when he come here, the baby won't kind of like freeze up on him. Every time he does come out here, the baby be very excited, smiles, all that other stuff. So I do try to make sure, if it's not once a day, if I talk to him at least once a day, then I try to be, I try to be on Instagram or FaceTime for at least an hour or two, so he can, sit there and see his son. And of course, me and him be talking. We are in the process of looking for a new place, because they are starting to sell everything, and right now he stays in the condo. I just moved in once I got pregnant, and me and him was just saying and y'all, before the people in the comments, oh, no ring, no this and that, look, y'all, okay, me and him, Ben was talking about getting married and all this other stuff, but you already know, we do adult things. You gotta deal with your consequences. And I'm not saying my baby just happened, but he is here for the things that me and him was doing. So yes, we do talk about being married, and we still talk about it till this day, because I know a lot of people love to bring that up. Yes, I knew of God, and I used to go to church before I had met him and everything. But of course, I was kind of backsliding when I met him and whatnot. Because before I was dating him, I'll say a year before that, I was in a relationship with somebody else. But we didn't last that long because of my financial issues, even though I'm still kind of going through it. But I make, money more than what I was when I was with my first person, the first guy that I dated, whatever. And I was consistently going to church when I was with the first guy. When I was with the first guy, I was always going to church because, he worked, and I was still in touch with the girl that was taking, not the girl, my sister, the girl that took me to church and everything. and she would come pick me up from the apartments that we used to stay in, and she used to make sure I got to church all the time. But of course, again, we do tend to backslide, and I kind of well, not even kind of, I backslid, y'all. And do I like it? No. Every day I do still pray and talk to God and all this other stuff. Like, I don't read the Bible, but I'm really trying to change that. Praying to the Lord to help me to get back into opening up the Bible, because I don't want to sit here and feel like I'm always asking Him to help me get out of things or help me with things, and I can't do nothing. I'm not giving Him nothing in return, you know? And I just feel like I don't want Him to think that I'm just using Him just for my benefits, just to keep asking Him for stuff. And I'm sorry, y'all. I know we're not talking about faith and stuff, but I feel like that was just needed. Before, like, you know, like I said, people keep saying, like, oh, you had a baby before a ring. Me and him, before the baby, you know, our precious baby came into this world, we were been planning on talking about marriage and getting married and doing all that extra stuff. And y'all, I do tend to go over it just a little bit in a ponytail, because sometimes it be looking crazy. Okay. So I do tend to go over it just to make sure, like, everything is laid and slayed. Y'all, look at my little ponytail. I'm telling y'all, it grew so good. Okay, now, done with that, so we're gonna move on to washing my face. But I'll fix the ponytail a little bit, because it's, y'all can't see it on camera, but my edges is kind of messed up. Okay, so we leave that right there. But yeah, speaking back to God, I'm sorry. But, so for my edges, I use this. This don't really last on my edges so much. Where is it? Okay, I usually use this. The Murray's, what is it? The Murray's Edge Wax. This usually works on my hair without it turning a different color. And I tend to like this because, again, it don't turn my hair no color, and it's not that hard. It don't leave my hair hard. So I'll just use this for right now to slick down the hair. Y'all see, I didn't even have to use the brush. Okay. And I do tend to put it on the ponytail as well, so like little flyaways, but yeah, y'all. So back to that. So we do talk about marriage here and there, but of course, for him being away and working all the time, it hasn't happened yet. But, and of course, because financial, everything is so expensive out here in Vegas, and I'm telling y'all, it's ghetto. Very, very ghetto. Look, y'all. And I know y'all probably gonna come for us, but it is clean. We usually put our toothbrush up in here. We cleaned it, y'all. So don't come for us in the comments. I'm gonna get us, well, my boyfriend was using that before I moved in. I need to get him one of the little cup holder things. We haven't gotten to that yet. So for my face, since I do have acne, I know you guys see the scars. This is from a bump, and I do got like bumps around the sides because I do lay my edges sometimes, so like the edge control sticks onto my edges and the sides of my face sometimes. And then yes, okay, so I'm trying to clear it back up, but I do have an appointment sometime this week to go see a dermatologist, so I can get recommended something for my face and especially my body, like my back, and my hair just be shedding everywhere, y'all. Like literally. So let me wet my face. Warm water, y'all. Warm water. Oh, y'all, and another thing that I usually do is I usually wash my hands before I wash my face. And yes, I use this little exfoliating thing, and I only use it for my face, y'all. So don't get no ideas. Like, Okay, y'all. So I'll let that sit on my face just for a little bit. I usually just let it sit for like 1 minute. I usually just go in and scrub it in and kind of like rub it in, make sure. I do get under my neck as well because when I tend to like shave my face, when like the eyebrow shavers, I do tend to like break out. Like I get bumps. I don't know why. Every time after I shave, I tend to get like uh, bumps on my face. Maybe it's just because of the stuff that I use. Like my skin probably get clogged. Um, but yeah, hold on. Let me go get another rag, y'all. Okay, got a clean rag. And then I got this hard wet brush. Now, y'all. Okay, I know I have not been on here. I haven't really been posting, you know, due to dealing with my baby. And y'all, I will give you guys well, actually, I will start making like little routines with him as well. He's more calmer now than like at first because, y'all, if I was to have him on camera and doing those baths, you know, like, oh, be ready for bed with us, y'all, he would not be having it, okay? Now he's more like used to the cold. Like, so like when I take him a bath, he don't cry. Because when I first used to give him baths, he do not like the cold. He did not like the cold at all. Okay, like he does not like the cold. Now he's starting to get used to it. That's the only way he can go to sleep is when it's cold. When it's hot, he gets a little fussy and frustrated. Right now, he's a little fussy because of his mouth. He is starting to teeth. You know, he's drooling. Other stuff, so like I do be trying to keep him calm and chill, and then sometimes he has like stomach issues, and then like sometimes he don't. I don't know if that makes sense, but y'all, sometimes he do and sometimes he don't. But thank God, like lately he hasn't been, because I believe because it's teething, so he's not really, you know, struggling to boo boo. Like I said, sometimes he does, it just depends, but most of the time he goes. Okay, so y'all, I am using the baby's ointment. I was trying to find something for his face because he had acne, and I know a lot of people say use Aquaphor, but the Aquaphor was not working. Well, it works, but I have to mix it with the Mother Earth, the Mama Earth face, cheeks, and I believe face, cheeks, and nose balm. I had to use that on him, mixed it with a little bit because it's starting to get cold out here in Vegas. So he's like me, I have eczema, and then he's starting to have eczema, and his face do have like dry spots on it. So I mixed it with Aquaphor and that because the face, nose, and cheek balm is more of like a oily texture than like a thick ointment. Or sometimes I either use the Little Me multi-purpose baby balm. I either use I either use this with the mixture of the Mother Earth, or I think I'm saying it wrong, Earth Mama or Mama Earth, one of those. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, and it's not sponsored. Anything that I'm using, I'm not sponsoring. Okay, but yeah. So I either mix it here and there just so like, because the Mama Earth is just more of like a oily, you know, thing. It's not really like moisturizing his face, like leaving moisture on his face. So of course I do mix it with a little bit of something like petroleum or whatever, so his face can be, you know, moisturized as well. And I do use sensitive. I got the sensitive Dove bar soap. Not bar soap. I'm sorry. I use the sensitive soap on him, and I mean, he works good with the other stuff because I use the nighttime. Then I also use the, what is it? I believe it's Johnson, but yeah, so and his skin was doing just fine because I wasn't using nothing else on his skin. But once I started to see that the eczema was coming out, or kind of like stopped putting sensitive stuff on his skin, except probably his lotion. That's probably about the only thing that's thinning on him is his lotion. Otherwise, that everything else is not sensitive at all. Because I know my skin is sensitive, but my skin, it don't really react to a lot of things, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, y'all. Okay, so that was the end of my little self-care, after shower self-care, yo. I did use this for my body as well. I'm not gonna cap, because again, my baby don't really use it, but I don't use this either. I do go back and forth, but right now, because the weather is changing, I have to use this, y'all. And it's a multi-purpose, y'all, so that's why you see me put it on my lips, okay? And if you made it this far, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, y'all, okay? And if you guys want to see some more videos, just let me know, okay? I'm here by myself most of the time, but I might start recording us moving out or packing, but I don't know, that's only if y'all want it. So yeah, y'all, thank you guys for watching, and okay, y'all, look. When I actually it's like I look a difference when I actually take care of myself, or like I do self-care, to when I don't take care of myself, I be looking crazy, y'all. Just like how y'all see me when I got on here, I was looking crazy compared to when I actually take the time to take care of myself, okay? The baby is number one priority, but don't ever lose yourself after the baby. I'm still trying to work on working out. I'm sorry, y'all just seeing like nothing, but I'm still trying to find a way like to get working out into the schedule of the day. Like my day be just waking up, get the baby ready, take my sister to work. When I come back here, I either clean up whatever needs to be clean, or the baby just be chilling, or yeah. And sometimes he don't really fall asleep or take naps that long, so yeah, I be trying to figure out when to exercise, and most of the time I can't exercise literally like 12, because he goes to sleep at 7 at night, and then he sleeps throughout the night, but of course he wakes up to eat every 3 to 4 hours, it just depends. But yeah, okay, so most of the time I always have to work out like in the middle of nights, but sometimes I don't do it because I do try to sleep, but if I don't sleep, then I tend to work out. Okay, y'all? Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. That is it for the video. Hope you guys like the video. If you guys want more, just let a girl know. I probably will be using the same products. It just depends, because I am trying to clear up my face. I am breaking out. So yeah. But let me know. Okay. You guys have a blessed day. Thank you for watching. Bye.